Earn this stamp set as a free gift from hosting a Stampin' Up! Party. In today's video, I want to show you how to combine individual stamps to make a grouping. I decided what part of the stamp I wanted inked and made a mark with a chalk marker on the top of the clear mount stamp, then carefully inked only the portion of the stamp I wanted to show. You could use a wet rag to wipe off any excess ink from the part you don't want to print. In this case, I only wanted the top of the chicken inked so that it will appear that he is standing behind the other chickens in the group. With my second stamp, the flat top of the chicken can stand just underneath the first chicken that I printed. I wanted the back of her tail to be covered up with the last chicken, so I marked a line where I want the ink to stop. It did take me a few attempts to figure out the best arrangement for these three stamps. Sometimes you just have to experiment a little with your stamps to learn how to do this. The ink color I'm using is called Early Espresso. Basically, it's a dark brown, which is less harsh than just a plain black ink. I tried to carefully position the stamp up close and under the previous print. That worked out well. Now for the last chicken. This chicken will be the one in the very front of the group, so nothing will be covered on her. I just need to get her close to the second chicken so that her tail feathers will cover up. Great, that worked fine. Now we just add a few accent stamps to add to our little picture here. Learning to join individual stamps into one picture gives you more options for your cards or scrapbook pages, note cards, or whatever you use your stamps for. So here is our cute little arrangement. It's important to take good care of your stamps and clean them when you're finished with them. The marks I made with the chalk marker will wipe right off with a rag. Cleaning up after a task is always part of the job. Must not be neglected. To complete my little arrangement, I used colored pencils. You may color them however you choose. I like to layer colors for a more realistic look. I also shade the bottoms of each chicken under the wing and the bottom side of the egg just a tad darker. You really don't have to work very hard at coloring with such nice designs already in the stamp print. To pull together my entire grouping, I drew in some wispy strokes to indicate the look of straw using various shades of yellow, brown, maybe even some orange. With scissors, I cut around my grouping, leaving an even space of white around the entire image. You could cut out a rectangle or a square around the entire group if you so choose. Here is another one of my experiments. I cut a piece of chicken wire from my leftover scraps to try embossing the chicken wire design into my paper. It seemed like it would be appropriate for this project. I wanted to use my cute little chicken arrangement, so I decided I'll go ahead and make a card. I have a friend who raises chickens and she'll probably appreciate it. And besides, I wanted to send her a thank you note. So I started playing again with my other stamps and looking at papers and trying to figure out what I could use to use my little chickens into a card. I found this paper and it just kind of reminded me of chicken poop, you know, those little splatters. I thought that would add a humorous touch to the card. So I decided to use it as an accent color. Besides, black and white and red look good together. And so I used that to kind of frame my little words. No, there's no special reason for this card. And just a card that I could write a little note in for my friend. So I was able to use my little chicken design for this card. And it's just good to repeat the accent color in more than one place, so it kind of unifies the whole card, it ties it all together. I also used some of that color inside the card as well. And so we have a nice little card where I could write a note to my friend, a homemade card. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to see more.